And welcome back to What If Goku Had Gone Super Saiyan as a Child, Part 5, I think we're on. So last time on the Dragon Ball Z What If, the 25th, I think it was, 25th annual Tenki Budokai is happening, World Martial Arts Tournament. The group had gone through their matches, and Goku and Piccolo's match had begun. However, just as the fight was getting good, Yamu and Spopovich stole Piccolo's energy to go and deliver to the Babidi for his sinister plans of reviving Majin Buu. So where we last left off is just that. They give Piccolo Senzu Bean, he's fine. Should note that where we have Piccolo's power right now, Piccolo is right around 600 million, given long-term training with Goku and things along those lines, and can do like a Kaioken, it can do the Kaioken, easily handle a Kaioken times 20 at this point. So he was only going about a 5 at that point, which is about half of Majin Buu's power, around 3 billion. So, and Goku, I believe I have him a little stronger than his canon counterpart. Where do I have him at? 6? I think I have him like around 7 when he's at Super Saiyan 2. Anyway, so Goku, Piccolo, but when it's also in the Goku, Piccolo, Krillin, who else is there? The androids stay and they duke it out. I believe that 17 would end up being the overall winner. Kibito, Shin, they all go. So they go and they reach, and then Dabura and Babidi kill off Yamu Spopovich. They sense that the Z fighters are coming. Unfortunately, Piccolo and Gohan goes, I think, as well. Gohan's not very strong in this scenario. Gohan's somewhere in the 30s, maybe in the 50 range, but he's hardly of. This is a Gohan who Chi-Chi has allowed to train. He can make sure he knows how to defend himself and get stronger if he can, but has been focusing primarily on his schoolwork. Fighting has not been a major thing. Goten is far stronger than Gohan, honestly, at this point. So, but Gohan does go. There's no way Chi-Chi's going to let Goten go. Gohan does go. So, actually, and you know what? I think it's actually Krillin and Gohan who get caught in that. Gohan and Krillin, because, again, the weaker of the two there, and the least, and not the strongest of the fighters. He and Krillin both getting caught. So now him, Piccolo, Shin, they all go in there. There is no Vegeta at the moment, so no, remember that. Kibito is also killed. So Pui is there, and Piccolo's already pissed about what happened to Gohan, because he's grown to like Gohan and Goten over the years. So he's been like, I'm taking this guy first, Goku. It's like, so you're the one that they stole the energy from. And yet you can still move. Impressive. And then Piccolo's just like, yeah, let's just go. And then, Pui just gets his ass handed to him. But Piccolo at this point is probably far stronger than Vegeta is in his base form. And Vegeta just mopped the floor with him. So Piccolo just mops the floor with him. Then the Yakon versus Goku fight happens. Goku easily handles that. Then, basically, they have to decide who's taking on Dabura. So, here's Piccolo, here's Goku, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. And then eventually, I would think that it is, for a funnier effect, is Goku who loses, and Piccolo gets the fight. And Piccolo's like, yes! It's like, and just remember, it's like, yeah, I can't get hit by that. And then he just takes off his weight clothes and kind of powers up a little bit. It's like, fine, let's go. And then they duke it out. Now, it is stated that Dabura is roughly around the same strength level as Cell was, Perfect Cell, which is around 4 billion. Piccolo in base immediately can't take on Dabura. It's like, it's not the best you have. And then does deliver a pretty strong gut punch to Piccolo. There is enough damage that is raising Majin Buu a little bit, like from 50%, like 55. It's like, yes, good. But then Piccolo catches his fist, like, yeah, no, and then he's going to Kaioken times 10, just kind of breaks Dabura's wrist, like, oh! And it's still feeding the machine, so now he's just wailing on Dabura. They're going to try spitting on him, but Piccolo's like, yeah, I'm not going to fall for that again. And maybe even manages to hit Piccolo, like, no, and then he just cuts his arm off. And that damage still feels like, huh. It's like, what are you gonna do now? It's like, yeah, this. And then it's like, oh, damn. And it's like, yeah, damn. And then she's like, now you're pissing me off. Kaioken times 20 is that, and just because that puts him at a full 12 billion, which just wrecks Dabura's shop. He doesn't let Dabura get away. Piccolo's more ruthless than Goku. He basically kills Dabura. It's like boom. So Dabura's gone. Luckily, a lot of damage has been going up there. So Babidi, Majin Buu, I'd say, is around 75% at this point. So, and Babidi's like, no, they're coming. I have no one left to defend me. It's like, we're coming for you, Babidi. And they're going to Babidi. So, in a last-ditch effort, it's like, he's not at full power, but I have to do. Awaken, Majin Buu! Apaya! So, Majin Buu does awaken, but not at full power. Now, Majin Buu, at 50% of his power, was around 3 billion. I'm hypothetically speaking here. That's kind of where I put him at. So, at full power, just waking up, he's around 6 billion. However, I gotta now take that out. So 75% of that would be around, he'd be out 4.5 billion. But remember, his body is tricky. He has a tricky body. So even despite the fact that they could overpower him very easily, Buu would slowly, I think, grow in strength over a little while, because that's not his true full power, obviously. But he would be very difficult to actually destroy. So when Buu wakes up, it's like, Boo! It's like, there's been no change. It's like, and they sense his power. It's like, yeah, he is stronger, but he's not at full power either. So we may have a chance. And then Piccolo again just comes in and just boom, boom, and starts beating the ever-loving shit out of Buu. But Boo's like, Boo, 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 Boo. And then boom, Boo. And then comes in and Piccolo, blasts him, blasts a hole through him. And I do think Piccolo does get caught by, it's like, what? It's like, no! It's like, what is that? It's like, yes, Buu is full of tricks. You can't you can handle energy blast, but what about the magical kind? So Piccolo got turned again, and he eats Piccolo. Now, Piccolo's power increase wouldn't be very big. It's not like when he's actually absorbing people. Now, I do think that does give him power increase, though, because that's what happened when Buu ate, Thin Buu, Evil Buu, ate Fat Buu chocolate bar. He absorbed Buu's power. But it's not the same. Like, he doesn't get the techniques like he did with when Super Buu absorbed Gotenks and Piccolo. He doesn't get those techniques. So he just kind of gets the power increase. So I would imagine it wouldn't be a bad thing. He'd go up to, we'll ran him up to his base power. But it's like, Piccolo, no! It's like, now goes like, and then he powers up, boom, Super Saiyan 2, starts wailing on Buu. Buu, however, now that time has passed, is getting stronger. He's around equal to Goku, and Goku knows that he can't get hit by that. It's like, he gets caught with the same thing Vegeta got caught by, and he can't. But it's like, Buu starts beating the guys, and Goten, I think at this point has. Now that being said, Krillin and Gohan have now been unfrozen, so they go and try to help, but they immediately get wrecked, kind of just their shit wrecked. It's like, and Shin's like, no, this Goten. It's like, that Gohan, Krillin, I've had enough! And then he powers up the Super Saiyan 3, which we've established Goku can do at this point with enough training. Again, to reiterate that point I always make about that, I find it, anyone who argues that Goku would not have made it to Super Saiyan 3 because he had a dead body to train with, I don't agree with that thesis, because Gotenks could do it with a living body. Now, people argue the fusion is stronger and the magic of the fusion is stronger. But if anything, the Super Saiyan 3 hinders the fusion, so it actually doesn't make any sense that because they had the fusion, they could make Super Saiyan 3, but it only lasted 3 minutes, whereas Goku could easily hold it much longer, even with a living body. So that doesn't make any sense to me. So I always establish that. So Goku is now at 28 billion, vastly, and Goku even stated with in the weaker canon form. And his canon counterpart, I should say, that he probably could have beaten Fat Buu. He probably could have killed Fat Buu. Now you're looking at a slightly stronger Super Saiyan 3 Goku compared to this, and Buu is not as strong as he is in the canon timeline, I'm arguing. So it's like, Buu is even by, it's like, ha, and he starts like, ha, and he's feeling that power. Scared, Buu no scared, you, big hair just make you big funny. So yeah, he just powers up, and Goku ain't having none of that. It's like, no. I'm taking it out. Goku just proceeds to beat the ever-loving crap out of Buu, and basically just Buu, and then Kamehameha, and then just a super Kamehameha, just basically incinerating him, just gone. Like not even basically just doing the cell, but just It's not like when Vegeta blew him up because there were still parts of Buu around. Now you can make an argument the Spirit Bomb destroyed evil Buu because that's the nature of the Spirit. It destroys evil. So it literally just erased him. Yeah, that's true, but I could still make the argument. And Goku still even says, yeah, I could probably still have beaten the Fat Buu. So I think that, yeah, he does do that, and he defeats Fat Buu. Now, luckily, we do have Dende here. We do have Dende, and we do have the Dragon Balls. So, and you can make the argument that Kami even refused with Piccolo at one point. In this, Kami, yeah, they made that's why they went to get him. That Kami was basically going to retire. So maybe he could have refused with, Piccolo, and thinking about that, I might have to rethink the whole scenario. But for the time being, let's say Kami was still around, living on the lookout. They wish Piccolo back, and Piccolo. Now at this point, Kami's like, in case a stronger opponent comes, I think it's time. It's like time. He's like, yeah, and they refuse, and Piccolo's going to be stronger, like around, I'd say, 1.2 billion if his power does double. So 1.2 billion. Puppy, hi Puppy, I love you. I'm going to pet you. I'm going to pet you with my foot. Yes. Oh, good baby. Yeah, usually pet me. I'm gonna just snuggle on the couch and you pet me. So yes, Piccolo and Kami eventually do fuse together. Again, hindsight, I probably should have added that for earlier in, but it is what it is. So yes, Buu is defeated. Babidi is basically killed by Shin. They wish basically Kibito. Basically, they wish back everyone who was kind of killed. Kibito comes back. They bid them a goodbye, and we go into Dragon Ball Super. Now, yes, Goku is working as a radish farmer. I think this takes place a couple months to a couple years after. Again, I think it's like in somewhere in a year or something like that. So Goku and Piccolo still train together, all that. Goku is a little stronger. Like if you want Super Saiyan 3, he'd be like 30 billion. Again, no instant transmission. Remember, this Goku does not know the instant transmission, so he does not train on with King Kai. However, at this point, I'd imagine the hyperbolic time chamber has been redesigned to use for however many times you want. So him and Piccolo will definitely train in the hyperbolic time chamber from time to time and get a good workout in. So do the math on that. Hypothetically speaking, a year for both of them. Piccolo's probably just at a solid 12 billion. Goku likewise is probably at 1 billion even for his power. Well, would I put him at 1 billion for his power actually? Actually, no, I'd put him maybe because Goku's probably still the stronger of the two between them. And I only said, yeah, I put him at 1 billion. What am I talking about? I put him at 1 billion. So yeah. Then Beerus shows up. Now, this is interesting. We have no Vegeta. We have no Buu. But we do have Goten, Gohan, Pan in there. And Goku. That's 4 Saiyans right there. So the question becomes, and what happens? Beerus comes looking for the Super Saiyan God. Honestly, I don't think there's a much of way of him getting pissed off like with Buu with the pudding. Because Boo's not there. No one actually knows who Beerus is. Even Vegeta's not around. King Kai, though, I think would warn Goku. Or no, actually, he'd warn Piccolo. And try not to have Goku fight him. Because he's going to get his ass kicked. It's like, oh god. And then, eventually, looking for the Super Saiyan God happens. And they can't get a Super Saiyan God. They don't have enough Saiyans. Because, again, they got Goku, they got Goten, they got Gohan, and they got an unborn Pan. But you still need 2 others. So what do? Well, I would imagine they would maybe try to find a way. Maybe because they'd ask Shenron that. And Shenron, the new dragon, mind you, because he is a new dragon, compared to Kami's dragon, can do one more wish. So they asked to I think they'd ask the temporary bring 2 Saiyans here. After Goku does try to spar with Beerus and get his ass handed to him. So, yeah, and then Goku becomes a Super Saiyan God. That happens. That's about the same as it was. Now, we move to Piccolo and Goku both training. And I say Piccolo both train because at this point Piccolo is the equivalent of Vegeta to Goku, but he's not nowhere near as much of a dick about it. He and Goku, because Piccolo and Goku in the canon have always, ever since say Namek, they've always had a pretty solid relationship with each other. They've actually been pretty good friends. And I'd imagine that would follow through into the later series. So I would actually imagine that Goku is the one who goes to train, and Piccolo goes to train instead. And we now have Piccolo learning God Ki instead. Namekian God Piccolo. I think that's, and there's been plenty of fan-made images. That would be awesome to have like a Super Saiyan, like a Namekian God or something like that. So they're training. Gohan, I think, also has actually now seen the fact that he is on the weak side. Gohan needs to up his game. We should also note that 18 and Krillin have hooked up at this point. 18 and Krillin have hooked up. They have their daughter Marin, though, is much younger than she is in the canon. She's probably like more like what Pan is or Bra is. So, in fact, I think Pan and Bra are roughly going to be in the same. Pan, Bra, and Marin are all going to be roughly in the same age range. They have a kid. Krillin has only recently given up on or not given up. I think he's toned down his martial arts because 17 and 18 both won, were just runners-up and the winner, so they both got some money. And now that 17 is a champion, he's got to keep up his title and things along those lines. So I actually think Krillin does actually keep training with 18. So I think he is stronger, but I think he also is a bit more of a family man. And he does take a job as a police officer, things along those lines. But Krillin's still training. So Gohan is actually now training with Roshi, of all people, I'd imagine. Training with Roshi, goes to Kami's lookout occasionally, trains with Krillin. I think even he and Krillin will go take like a day trip in the hyperbolic time chamber to train. And when it's all said and done, I think Gohan, and even maybe takes Goten at one point. It's like, hey, Mom, I'm going to take a training day with Gohan. It's like, what? No, you can't. It's like, but it's like Goten. And it's like, and I think Gohan would basically like, Mom, look, I appreciate what you've done for me, and I appreciate the life you've given me and shown me that there's more to life than fighting. But let's face it, Dad's not around right now. And, I mean, the 17, 18 are pretty strong. Piccolo and Dad aren't around. So I got to get stronger because if something happens, I would not forgive myself if something happened to you or Bra or Pan or Videl. I would not forgive that. And yeah, it's like, and Chi-Chi hears that and just like realizes like, have I really been that overbearing a little bit? It's like, no, you've been a great mom, but it's just, this is part of who I am too. I need to train. So I think Gohan would take some initiative on that, like he did in the Super R. He took initiative in training and getting stronger again. And Chi-Chi couldn't complain because he was a grown adult at that point. So yeah, Gohan I think would be getting a big jump in power, and I think he would achieve Super Saiyan as well. I think with the help of Goten and Krillin, he would achieve Super Saiyan. Krillin would be a lot stronger too. I would imagine putting Krillin power-wise somewhere around 50% Frieza, like around 60 million, when it's all said and done with long-term hard training. I think you could see him like that powerful. He'd be a pretty powerful individual. So I would put Gohan power-wise when it's all said and done. I would put Gohan about twice as strong as Namek Saga Goku. I'd put him around 300 million. Goten I still think is actually stronger though. In fact, I think Goten might be pushing Super Saiyan. Goten has Ascended Saiyan. I think he might be pushing Super Saiyan too. Not quite there, but he'd be pushing it. I think Goten would actually be though around, because that puts around 10 million, which puts him around 500 million when he powers up to Super Saiyan. Now there's no fusion dance, mind you. There's no fusion dance. There's no Platara or anything like that. But they come out of training. They're feeling invigorated. Things along his line. Krillin's like, oh, right on. It's like, woo, man, I can feel the power of us. Like, I'm gonna have a spar, and he gets his ass kicked. He's like, woo, man, you booked me good. So now they're keeping up with their training a bit more. Frieza comes in again. Now Tien, Chao, they're all there. I don't actually remember if Yamcha participated in that or not. Did he? I don't think so. Tien, they're all facing him off, and Goten and Gohan both try to take on Frieza, who, let's be clear, I think Gohan was a lot stronger. And even with not working out or training regularly, he was still vastly stronger than with the Gohan we have here. And Frieza, in base form, one-shotted that Gohan. So yeah, they try their best, but they can't do anything to Gohan. Um, so after sensing what's going on Earth, or hearing going on Earth, they ask Whis if they can transform there. Okay, otherwise it's going to be destroyed and no more tasty food. So they go, and let's not forget Trunks is here too, but Trunks is kind of a footnote. This version anyway, because he's Yamcha and Bulma's kid, and he's not a Saiyan. He's probably not even that strong compared to any. He's probably even weaker than Pan would be. But anyway, so they show up, and Goku shows off. Goku and Piccolo ask which one of them is going to go, and Goku goes, and he shows us Super Saiyan Blue, which I think would be a little bit stronger than in the canon, but not by anything significant. Frieza shows off Frieza Gold. They duke it out. Goku's actually still edges Frieza out a little bit and beats him down eventually, but then gets a shot, and then Piccolo comes. But Piccolo is more ruthless than even Vegeta is, because here's the thing. I don't think Piccolo would let Vegeta would do what Vegeta did and let Frieza blow up the planet. He would not toy with them as much. He would basically finish the fight. And now it's Piccolo's turn to show off his God Ki, which I think would also take time. His would be more like a greenish or bluish green. So his power would be would look different, but he would just be wrapped in God Ki. So Namekian God Ki. And I think he'd probably be equivalent to Vegeta. And so he basically just ends Frieza right there. And then everyone else leaves and, kill them off. Give Goku Senzu he's good to go. So let's see, we're at 21-minute mark. I think we'll end this at the Universe 6 tournament. So Universe 6 tournament comes. Monaka's recruited. There is no Buu. Instead, we have, and again, with continued training, we have Goku, Piccolo, Gohan, who I would say has been continuing his training. I think Goten has hit Super Saiyan 2 at this point with a little extra push. I think they'd allow Goten to come. And because there's no Buu, again, Goku, Piccolo, Gohan, Monaka, and Goten. Now, who goes first? Well, Goku wants to go first, obviously, but I think they'd let Goten go first. It's like, Goten and Gohan, I think, go first. But I want to go. It's like, no, you're like one of our aces. You need to stay here. So Botamo and Gohan go head to head. And because he's probably been training extra with Piccolo, I'd imagine his Super Saiyan is at 1 billion, and he now at least has Ascended Saiyan at this point. So 1.5 billion, I don't know. Again, I don't know the multiplier, probably like 1.5 billion, let's say. So Potama was not very strong to begin with, but he absorbs the punch. But Goten figured out how to defeat him in the tournament survival arc, or Universal Survival arc. So it makes sense he'd figure out how to beat him there. So he beats him. Frost comes. They duke it out. I think full-powered Frost would be a match for Gohan, but they'd probably be evened out. Again, I'm not going to go to the numbers I have for the power level. I'm just guessing they're probably kind of evened out. But again, Frost ends up winning through cheating tactics. It's like, what happened? It's like I'm gonna mess him up. Goten then goes Super Saiyan 2 and just starts a wail on Frost a bit, like serious wailing on him. But I think he does end up knocking him out, but he also gets hit. It's like, well, what happens? Like, huh? And then they see Frost cheat, and he's disqualified anyway. So Goten is still allowed to fight after he kind of wakes up, and they reveal that and that Beerus looks and say, hey, this guy Gohan's good to go too. It's like, yeah. So then you got Magerta. Was it Magerta? No, Kaba. Kaba was next. So Kaba and Goten are duking it out. And Kaba is ultimately no match. Actually, Kaba was strong enough to go toe-to-toe with base form Vegeta, who was easily in the billions in his base form at that point, I'd imagine. So Goten Super Saiyan, again, Super Saiyan at this point for him, Super Saiyan 2 would probably be like 3 billion. I think Kaba is stronger than even Super Saiyan 2 Goten or Gohan at this point. So they're duking it out pretty hard. And Kaba ends up beating Gohan again. But he's a little tired up. Piccolo goes in, and they have a very solid, like a real barn burner kind of fight for a while. Piccolo shows off a little Kaioken and just brings him down, just boom. there is no mentorship. I think he would respect the Saiyans. I think once he sees Goku, he's gonna think more of Goku as a mentor than anything else. And then Megaera comes. I think Piccolo does beat Megaera, but I think he kind of injures Megaera pretty hard with like a special beam cannon and does kind of just takes off and arms like and then just beats him. It's like, all right, you okay? Sorry about that. It's like chopo. So yeah, that happens. Then you get Hit versus... That would be a cool fight. Let's be clear about that. But Hit this versus Piccolo. Now, Piccolo is like, he can sense that there's something different about this guy. So he's not pussyfoot around. He goes full God Namekian mode. And, tries it. And he's getting hit. Boom! Vital areas. Ugh! But he's also kind of figuring it out a bit. Piccolo... I'd argue Piccolo is the best fighter among the three of them in the sense of true tactics. And I think he'd actually pick up on it even before Goku picks up on it, where, he finally is able to, and then he finally actually catches his, like, hits like, huh, and then she smacks Hit straight in the face. Puh, lucky shot. It's like, was it now? Let's try that again. And then just, they're charging at each other again. Now Piccolo's picking up on it, just boom, boom, dodge and blast, and then, and now Hit's like, hit! It's like, and now it's like, I never had to improve before. And then, he powers up, pretends to power up. They go again. He's improving his time skip a bit, and Piccolo eventually does go down. Now it's Goku's turn, and now he's figured it out. Compensating for the time skip, he goes full Super Saiyan Blue at this point. And then they go again. They're going at it again. But it starts to progress the same way as it does in the actual series. Goku shows off the trump, Kaioken Super Saiyan Blue, and even Piccolo's like, damn it. It's like, that bastard. Why didn't I think of that? But remember, Piccolo's got that too. So that's going to be fun. So Piccolo will figure out how to do that. So they're going toe-to-toe once again. Goku, going Kaioken. And Goku, it plays out pretty much the same as it does again. Though I think Hit's a bit more tired than as before. So as Universe 7 wins, hooray for everyone. So ultimately, I could have seen 17 coming along as well, or 18 coming along as well. I think 18 definitely comes. I think 17 comes, but he sits it out. So ultimately, yeah, I think that's where we're going to leave it off. That's the end of the Universe 6 arc. Join us next week, join us next week for the final part of the Dragon Ball, of the what if Goku had gone Super Saiyan as a kid, what if? Because I'm pretty sure I'll be able to round out the Goku Black and Universal Survival arc at that point. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you folks next time. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As those who wants to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. And ideas for who would win, Star Wars, Spear Magic, what if, anything we do on the channel, put that in comments below. I'll get to it at some point. See you later, folks.